Hey everyone, happy Thursday. I had a really good day yesterday. I feel a lot better for some reason. Yeah, and I got this really fun sign from my mother. I don't really want to tell you right now, but it's a really good one. I have a couple of those. Like I have a couple really good stories about Lance and my dad, and now I got one about mom. So it was pretty cool. I forgot to tell you guys, but yeah. So that happened to me yesterday. So I'm feeling pretty good. And thank you for those of you who sent me cards. They're also beautiful, and I read every one of them, and they're still coming in, which is nice. I feel like I lost a whole half of a month here. To me, my summer really didn't start until like yesterday, but I went to a concert in the courtyard and listened to some music, and it was nice out, and it was just nice. So welcome to our live here on Thursday. We have so much stuff to talk about that is crazy. So what I want you to do is I want you to grab a pen and a paper because I'm going to give you some dates and some information on some things that are upcoming and things that you can look forward to. So I know I need to do announcements. We are going to give away the Fat Quarter Shop box here, their Liberty box. That I got this like the day after my mom died. So we didn't get to do what we were supposed to do with this box, but we are going to give it away today. I'll open it. I haven't even opened it. I have no idea what's even in it, but we're going to give that away today. And we have double winners because our live was unsuccessful last week. Didn't want to do it. Way to get out of it, but
we tried.
Yeah, you tried. I know they tried really hard, and then all that work, and then they don't get to do it. So I felt bad for them because I was like, "Where's the live? Where's the live?" So it wasn't there. So we are. How you comment is you just make a comment, and that we pick our winners from the comment. So that's how we pick our winners. We also do a lot of fun giveaways, and so we're going to give away the Fat Quarter Shop box this time here as well. But let's start off with the famous announcements that I just love to do. All right, so one of these days somebody's going to tell me like, "That's the fastest you've ever done the announcements." All right, July 7th is the Featherweight Club. And all of our clubs are $25 for the day. You come at 9 o'clock, you stitch till 4 o'clock, we feed you lunch, and you get to sew all day and not have to worry about anything else but sewing and socializing. July 7th is also the Bernina Social. So we do the old machines along with the new machines. And then we have a sit and sew July 8th, which is an AM and a PM. So sign up for that. I know a lot of you like to do an overnight before and after or whatever. You can turn one little stitch along into 2 or 3 days. And then we also have July 9th for Cross Stitch Club, July 13th for rug hooking. I'm hoping I can make that one. I haven't made any of those, and I can show off my new rug all finished, bound, and in my family room are being stepped on and used. July 16th is Wool Club. Our coat class next one is August 4th and 5th. And then we have Friday and Saturday, 10th and 11th of October. So those are the ones that are remaining. And then we have Jen Kingwell, August 17th through the 30th. We're going to do a fabulous trunk show that's sold out. And her class, the 18th through the 20th is sold out. The 21st through the 22nd is sold out. We have some openings for the hand quilting class, which is August 23rd and 24th. And then Monday, the 25th and 26th is any project that you want to do with Jen. And those are the only two openings. We have Wednesday through Saturday, everything she knows that is also sold out. So we have 2 opportunities for you to see Jen. Let's fill those up for her and show her how much we love her. And then I didn't get to talk about this much, and I have no idea where we're at because I haven't found out. But if you want to join me on an adventure to France, are we not doing so? All right, so we're getting new mics. We are. I think we ordered them today. So if you want to join me from May 15th through the 23rd, that is the main part of our the main part of our trip, and there's a whole bunch of details on it. We're going to have a little sewing project that we're going to do on the bus trips and stuff like that. But our main focus is adventure and fun. And if you really want to go to France and then go to a post tour, there's a 6-day post tour as well, the 23rd through the 28th. So we possibly could be in France from the 15th through the 28th. So look up crafttours.com and look for those dates and look for the tour that's sponsored by me. And we are going to have a blast. All right, the cruise is full for 26. So that is all the announcements that I have from the book. But I know I have more. Oh, I have winners in here. I have winners. So last week we couldn't do the live, and then I don't, for some other reason, we have an extra one. I can't remember. You remember, Heidi?
Well, we didn't do it last week, and then we have today's winner. So
Okay.
two winners.
Something like that, yeah. Yep. All right, so Unity. I'm going to talk a little bit more about Unity as well, but we are doing a year-long quilt-along with half square triangles, and it's super fun. And we are, let's see, what week are we on? Like 22.
23 this week.
So today will be 23.
Yep.
Right. So we're 23 weeks into a 50-week quilt-along. And week 21 winner is Linda Beggs Mikado. And then week 22, Marshall Wise Zeller. Those are our two winners for Unity. And what do you have to do to win for Unity? Well, you just go on our Facebook page and you post your blocks for that week that you have done. And you have to like put the triangle papers in there and whatever else you want to throw in there. And some people get really creative, which makes it fun as well.
Tell them not to forget that hashtag.
What's that? And don't forget the hashtag. Heidi might be really picky about that hashtag.
Very picky about that.
Yeah, she might not pick you if you don't put that hashtag on your post. All right, excuse me for a minute here. All right, we're just gonna let that run down my leg.
Now they can see your outfit.
Now you can see my outfit. Yeah, and my really comfy outfit here. Whoop! I'm gonna go all the way down. Sorry, mid shift. All right, there we go. We're done with that one. Here we go. All right. We should have like a little commercial break. I could have did that. All right. Okay, so let me just see if I can do this holding on to it. All right, the quilt behind me. I know you might have seen this.
Hang on.
What? Pause.
Did you mute yourself?
No.
And there were a couple of cards in there.
What?
In the book there, a couple of Unity cards.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not on my A game.
That's what we're here for.
I put on the old one? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Is that better? All right. We might as well just do the whole thing here. Okay. Are we all good now? I'm gonna like built-in undergarments that have pockets in that I can put this thing in. Okay. All right. So we got a couple cards from Unity. There's still time to send your card in. Heidi said, "Yay, we finally got somebody from Georgia doing the quilt-along." Heidi said, "Thanks so much for providing us with these mystery quilt-alongs every year. I'm enjoying Unity and can't wait to get it finished. Love your YouTube videos. Thanks for all you do. Thank you for all you and your staff do." Tammy Boyette from Cartersville, Georgia. Yay, Tammy, you are our first Georgian. All right, so this is kind of sad, but kind of cool, all at the same time, right? So this is from one of our local girls here, Carrie DeCuster, and it says, "Life is a long, long trail. The wise old cowboy says, just think of every moment as a step along the way. The journey brings a lesson you can use in life's pursuits. You step in crap from time to time, so wear some high-top boots. My boots have been high lately. I struggle having sewing mojo. lost a very dear friend who encouraged me for the Unity and Fall Quilt Show. She now has passed. Listening to Lisa on live gave me a little kick when she said her mom would have said, do your damn job. And it sunk in as you need to move on. Hard as it may be, jumping back in, hope it lasts. Yes, but what I find, Carrie, is I get lost in my stitching. We have got a lot of stitching done this last 2-3 weeks going through all of this, is because sometimes you just can't concentrate on anything else but shoving stuff through the machine. So speaking of shoving stuff through the machine, I don't want to make you all jealous. 144. They're all done. Okay. So that's one of the things we got done. This is kind of works in progress here. So this is Unity, my Unity with my teal background. And yeah, so I'm all done for the 6 inches. So I can take a little break until we get a little further along. And I think we figured out somewhere around week 40, we will give you the last clue. All right, does that sound good with everybody? I'm sure you all got tons to do. We all have different things to work on, because if you don't have stuff to do, and you know, I'm going to give you like 3 or 4, 5 or 6 more options here of something you can jump into if you're caught up on your Unity like I am. All right, so don't worry, we have lots of things. Okay, so just a couple more announcements. There was a little question somebody had about loyalty points for their birthday. So we give you extra loyalty points on your birthday. Is that how that works? But you have to go into the sign in, and you have to put your birthday in there. If you don't put your birthday in there, we don't give you birthday points. So sorry, but if you put your birthday in there that you have to do yourself, we automatically give you birthday points? Yes. Okay. All right. So I hope that answers some of the questions that we had. That's the reason if you didn't receive those birthday points, you must put your birthday in. All right. So that's to clear that up. And then we have a fun little thing here. Do you remember when I announced the grand opening of, or no, I announced the opening, the soft opening of Patchwork and Pearl? It's a quilt shop that has met us at the H&H show, and I know Jessica has helped them out with some of our samples, and they started ordering from us, and I know we just shipped them another big shipment. So their big grand opening is June 27th, and that is in Greencastle, Indiana. So if you are in Indiana and Greencastle is anywhere near you, get your butts to this quilt shop and see what they all got, and tell them what you want. If there are other things that we wholesale that they can carry in their shop, ask them to carry them and support that local shop, because that helps me or everybody here at Primitive Gatherings as well, if your shop carries our products wholesale. And just a FYI, you know, we wholesale our triangle papers, our instant antique, our patterns, of course, our kits for wool. We wholesale wool kits for other quilt shops. All those Q's and K's. Yeah, I'm a little out of practice, right? So that's just a heads up that if you have a local quilt shop that carries wool, or you want them to carry wool, tell them about us. That really helps us a lot. So we sure appreciate that when that does happen. All right, so another little fun thing. So I was driving to work today, and there were these 2 Harley riders, right? I was coming onto the highway on 45, coming up the ramp on Double G, and I run into these 2 Harley riders, 2 trikes, and I wish I would have wrote this down, because you think I can remember what was on the back of their bike. It was like something couch riders, like moving couches, because they thought their trikes were like couches, right? If you know what a trike is, it's like this really back wide end, and then so here are these quite active but older older riders. I mean, like white haired, right? And it just gave me a huge smile, because here they are running across the country, living their best life, riding on their Harleys, right? So, and they were both from Milwaukee. They had, you know, couch something riders, Milwaukee. And then one of them was a black trike and one was a maroon. So they were pretty nice. And I just want to let you know that that just made me smile that they were out there just doing that. All right. So someday maybe I might be doing that too. Just saying. All right. Okay. So another announcement. The quilt behind me is from American Gathering 3, and this is called Echoes from the Past. This will be a quilt-along in 2026. So if you haven't ordered your fat quarter tower for that, get that on order. We will have several quilt-alongs in 2026. One will be this one, and then we will have Oh Say Can You Sew, which we don't have anything on that right now, but it will use the tower. And then we also have, do you remember the name of it? Vintage, what was the name of it? Vintage?
American Vintage?
American Vintage is the third one. And we have a picture of that one as well. All right, so this is American Vintage. This is one fat quarter tower. It makes 46 by 62. I want to make this bigger bed sized, right? So I'm going to use several towers. I have 1 and 2 I can use. If you don't have 1 and 2, you can use multiples of 3, or you can put in any of your other red, creams, and blue fabrics with that. But you will need more than 1 tower to do that, is what I'm trying to get at there. So those are 3 quilt-alongs that are going to happen next year, all with the fat quarter tower of American Gathering 3. But you could order 1 yards or half yards as well if you want, because it doesn't, it's going to take a fat quarter. But we also have those in a couple other cuts, and Jess had something she wanted to tell me. Are you mic'd?
EPP too?
What?
Don't we have an EPP too?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, we have 4 things for sure.
It's kind of like the summer block of the week. They can pick which one.
So we have a hand applique one coming up too. So order lots of it. All right. Fat quarter towers galore. All right. So yes, I'm
if they order the 1 yard cut, that would probably be
all 4.
Mhm.
You could do all 4. Yes. Might need some backgrounds because this is one background, and we will get you more of that information. But the reason why I'm telling you about American Gatherings 3 is because we have to place our order. We have to, and we don't want to run short. And one of the biggest things is order your backing fab. These are 108 wides. These are going to be the first thing we're going to sell out of, because no matter what, we never have enough of them. And this one, I am so kind of mad that I did not have the 108 wide for this, but that is perfect for the backing of it. So the blue and red stars on there. Do you remember how much of this one they need to order for the back of this one? 3 yards probably?
I think it's 3
Yeah,
yards.
3 yards of 108. Yeah, 3 yards of 108. And then we also have it in red, and we also have it in blue. So you need 1 3-yard piece of every one of these. It should probably be okay. Or 4 if you want to do all 4 quilt-alongs. All right, so that's just a reminder to get your pre-orders in for American Gatherings 3, because we will be placing our order June 27th, and that will be here before we know it, because time sure does fly, doesn't it? All right, any questions on that at all? Or anything I missed besides the whole quilt-along? Are we going to run that one as a quilt-along, or is that just going to be a kit?
It'll probably be a kit, and maybe we'll do some videos of some sort with
Joanne will definitely do a tutorial video on it, and then we can maybe figure out how many you need to do each week to get it done in that amount of time.
For the entering the birth date,
Yes.
tell them to go down to the bottom left corner and click on the loyalty points.
Okay.
It's not there.
It's not.
All right. Jess is going to show you quickly.
I had to find it. So
Where's your computer?
right here's my computer.
Bring it forward towards me. Other way. Hold on.
How do you?
Getting a nice view of your tan. I know. Sorry.
All right, here we go. There we go.
Okay, so here's where your loyalty points account is. It says about points. And then when you do that, you're going to scroll down about your points, and it says birthday reward. And it says enter your birthday.
How many do they get?
Go back to the home screen and go there. Okay. My home screen? Yeah. Loyalty program.
It didn't show it. Can you bring it down? Go back to home screen now. I'm just getting above welcome back, Jessica. More.
Can you see them? Yeah. Okay, so then I go to the loyalty program. It'll have all your information there. And then go to about points. Scroll down. Enter your birthday.
All right, and we don't go backwards. Okay? So if you enter them now, you'll get them for your next birthday. Did we ever tell them we had those there? Yeah. I don't remember. All right. Okay, another little announcement. Now, this is kind of weird, and I don't know. I'm not really good with this kind of stuff. All right. So this is a pattern that Jessica purchased online. And it is my pattern. This is my quilt on my floor. All right, I can tell by the flooring up here. So this is a picture I took. So somebody, and I do believe it's a company, I don't believe it's a single person, is out there hijacking people's patterns and resizing them and putting them out there as PDFs. So you will get the pattern, but they are stealing, all right? And they're doing it to everybody. They didn't create one thing on this site. It's all patterns that they have hijacked off of wherever. Because look at this, it ain't even a completed quilted quilt. They just took this off of there. And I wanted to even look to see but yeah. So just kind of make sure when you order patterns that you order them either directly from your favorite designers or from a trusted source that, you know, because we don't, these people say that they're in Missouri. They are not in Missouri. And their whole site is AI generated. So everything is like this weird story and it's all fake. So I just want you to know that this is happening. And if it happens, I mean, if we stop buying from them, because this, I don't even think this was a cheap pattern, was it? Do you remember how much it was?
I think it was like $12 or $14.
$12 or $14. And she still had to print it. So you just got the download, right?
No, it was sent to me.
So this was sent to you?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So she went on there and purchased it because we wanted to see what this really was before we contacted them. So it's about this lady here. This is not this lady. Okay. So there is no contact information. So if you have a problem with that pattern, there's nobody you're ever going to get a hold of or nobody to tell you if there's a correction here, there, or anywhere. But just kind of be aware, just like anything else, who you're buying from. Okay.
I think a lot of times too is if you see it on Facebook
Yeah.
and then you see in all the comments that somebody is saying this is a Lisa Bongean pattern, go to Primitive Gatherings and see that it's our pattern and go do it that way. A lot of people know where to go for that.
Yeah. It is awful, isn't it? That we got to deal with that kind of stuff. But I don't know. I think it's going to, people just trying to make a living and they don't care how they do it. They don't care if they got to jump on somebody else's back to do it. All right. Back to the fun stuff. Look what we're working on. This is going to be our box design for our, what are we calling this thing?
It is our Christmas in July specialty box.
All right. Specialty box. Christmas in July. That goes out in August. But yeah, so that is going on. We are working on the projects on that as well. All right. So I wanted to make sure I got these announcements done first. Okay, let's do finish announcements. Okay. If you ordered a pumpkin spice kit, we are in the process of starting to ship those out. The kits are all done. We are shipping them out right now. They are down there in shipping, getting them out the door for you. So just be a little bit more, and those kits will be out to you. And then speaking of pumpkin spice, I'm going to tell you about 3 new quilt-alongs that are coming up. Quilt along, stitch along, and then a combo. All right, so we're gonna have something for everyone. All right, so pumpkin spice quilt along is gonna look like this. And I know it's only a picture.
Flip. One more time. The pumpkins were
Oh, they're upside down. Okay. Right, you know what I was thinking? I was looking at this and I'm like, I want to make it this way so it fits on my bed. I'm going to orientate my pumpkins this way because then my 96, so this is 84 by 96 there's a black border on here yet, like a 3-inch black border that's going to go on here. It didn't fit on the page, so I didn't put it on yet. But this is the guts basic design of the quilt along. All right. And so here's what the fabrics look like. And there are going to be 8 clues to this quilt along. All just patchwork blocks, no wool on this one. So here's some details. Clues will release every Monday starting July 7th. So you have a little bit of time to order all your stuff if you didn't get anything you need yet, or if you have the fat quarter tower and you maybe just need the background. But so 8 clues total. The pattern will be free if you order the kit or the fat quarter bundle. All right, and we can check. We can send you, we'll put you on the list if you ordered the fat quarter bundle previously. Okay, if you do not order our kit from us, the clues are $5 each as a download. If you want them printed, how much are they?
We do them for $8 for this one.
$8 if you want your clues printed for you. Okay. All right. So that is the first pumpkin spice. Super easy, super fun. It's just, I'm going to have so much fun. I cut out all 28 pumpkins. I stitched one and I so wanted to keep stitching, but I had other work that was above on the deadline.
Before you go any further on that, as you can see, the greens and the oranges are not in there. There will be a bonus quilt at the end.
Yeah,
so a fat quarter bundle.
Right. When we go through this, I'm going to show you all the fat quarters that we're not going to use. So those we'll try to put into another quilt for you. I say try, but we will. And it's mostly greens, reds, and purples that we pulled out, and some backgrounds. So if you don't want to make the a bonus quilt, you could make some of the minis with those fat quarters. There's all kinds of different things that you can make with those other fabrics that are left over from the tower. Okay. All right. Do we have any questions on this before I go ahead?
So everyone's wondering when they could order this kit. No, not for this one. The pumpkin spice will be up next week.
Okay.
And then
I got a little more to talk about.
Yeah, the pumpkin spice is next week. And then the quilt size, I don't have that.
The quilt size is 84 by 96, and that's with a 3-inch black border. So if you want to make bigger borders, if you want it a little bit bigger than that, then you can adjust. All right, order more black background or black for your border. All right, but we are only going to put a 3-inch border on this, and that'll be 84 by 96. So this is what else you're going to need. So we're going to have, some of you I know have already ordered the tower for it because you were anticipating this. So now you'll be able to order the background, the black muslin, and a backing for that. So you'll be able to order that, or you can order the tower, the background, the black muslin, and a backing too as well. And the backing is an option, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So those you will be able to place and you said those will be on next week?
Yes, I can do that. Yes, we'll have them up next week for sure on the site.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So just make sure we have I'm going to tell you, I don't know how many of the 400 bundles that we have ordered are sold already, but we have some if you did not order one. So if anything else, grab that fat quarter tower, and then you can always order the other option when that allows. Now that it's in stock, so they're going to get it right away.
Correct. The other question was, can they get all the clues at one time?
No. Sorry. That's not how it works.
Not unless you order all the way at the end.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to wait till the end, do it all at the end, but we're going to do one a week. So we're going to make 28 blocks of these one week, and then the next week we're going to do 24 churn dash, and then we're going to do a center block, and then it's 8 separate units. So that's how we're going to run it. But we have other options coming up that maybe might be a better fit for you. All right, so those are the options for ordering pumpkin spice, and that will be up. So write that down on your calendar or on your little note that next week you can order those. So I'm just kind of giving you, like I said, a look at what's coming, and then we are going to start like mass promoting these on our socials. Okay, so then we have Summer Romance, which is this look. Okay, now Summer Romance, we have a bunch of things going on here. So here are the 8 colors. So there's 4 colors, and then here's the other 4 colors for the flowers. All right, so Summer Romance is going to be like meant to be basic instructions for wool applique. So if you've never done wool applique, or if you need some brush up, or you're doing okay but you need a little help, we are going to do in-depth tutorials on every step of this project. Right? You're going to get the pattern all at once. It's only, do you have those? I think I gave them to Terry because she was doing, so it's 1 block. They're all the same. And you get 3 options. All right. You can do 4 center blocks and a border. And that's going to be 44 by 44. So that's the small one. And then we have 56 by 56, which would be 9 blocks in the center and a big border. And it's all the same flowers, all the same leaves, but it's gorgeous, okay? And then we have the third option, which is the one I'm doing for some reason. I guess I decided I'm doing 16 blocks, and it is 68 by 68. So you can pick what size you want to do, and we're going to have all those options. So this is our background. So the small one is 3 yards, 4 yards for the medium, 5 yards for the large one. And you will choose that according to what's that? You laughing at comments?
No, I'm laughing because Patty O'Donnell has been waiting for this.
Okay.
Absolutely waiting, and she's like, Summer Romance will be a hit. So
okay, yes.
We're glad we could hit it out of the park for you.
Yeah. We're starting it in August because you got to have the Summer Romance first before you can. All right, so there we tried to tailor it for multiple sizes, and like I said, anybody from the beginning, we're going to have very in-depth for this. Now, you can choose our background, or you can choose whatever else you want to put it on. Right, the pattern comes free with our kit, whatever one you choose, and we will have a whole border layout for you to make that super easy. And pattern comes free, can purchase separately if you want to do it yourself, and a thread kit is available. So this isn't as pretty as the one Jess has in her thing because I'm using mine, but it's 12 threads. You want to show me your pretty one? Let's show them the pretty one. So you're going to get almost 2 balls free if you purchase the thread kit, all 8 weights.
And it does not come in that zipper pouch.
Yeah, you don't get my cute zipper pouch, but these are the threads. So these are the 8 wool colors here. 8 wool colors here, and then the stems. I've given you 2 of them for the leaves because there's a lot of leaves, and I'm already almost done with one of mine, so I put 2 here, and then this is the embellishment on the leaf. So everything you need. So there's the leaf I was talking about, and then the embellish, and then the stems. So we are going to do a tutorial on every different stitch, all the different steps in Summer Romance. So like I said, now's your chance to learn that one. So so that one is our wool quilt-along that we're going to do.
And I know you said that there was a full layout for the border, but it's got appliques on it. There's appliques all the way around on the border.
So this one, Pumpkin Spice is pieced. Summer Romance is what I just call applique. It's all wool. No patchwork besides sewing your blocks together and putting your borders on.
And it's done on cotton, not flannel.
Yes, this is cotton. It could be done on flannel, but this is done. Will they be able to order just the wools and not the background?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So if you want to choose your own background, as long as you purchase something, the kit, the wool kit, or the wool kit with the background, that is going to get you the pattern free. Okay. All right. And then last but not least, we have Countdown to Christmas. Now, do you remember how we did Scandinavian last year and we did Countdown to Christmas? All right. So we did 2 Christmas quilt-alongs last year, and one started in August, and then we were done like pretty close to Christmas, I think. I don't remember if it was like the beginning of December or if it was close to, yeah, so I think it was the beginning of December. But we decided to combine 2 things, and we want to start in August, so you have more time to get done. But this one is going to have, like Countdown was, it's going to have patchwork and wool applique on them. So we have a patchwork, we have an applique, and now our third one, Countdown to Christmas 2025, is we're going to announce it on July 24th, so you can order all of your supplies. It's not going to start until September 1st. And then clues will be given either weekly or every other week, depending on how hard they are. And then, so we should have everything done before December 1st, I think. Give or take.
Yeah, this one doesn't have the 25 blocks. It'll have 10 different appliques, but one of the blocks is 4 times. So that's why we're giving it to you a lot earlier, so you can basically count down the weeks to Christmas versus the days to Christmas.
Right, and it's big. It's like they're big 12-inch blocks. It's done on a beautiful dark green background. It's going to be stunning. All right. This might be the best Christmas. I say that almost every year, but this might be the best one ever. For some reason, they keep getting, they're still nice. So the clues will be $5 download or $10 printed. If they purchase the kit, you will get all the supplies up front. All right. So if you purchase our applique kit, you're going to get all the applique pieces ahead of time. All right, this is the background that we are using. So can you see Santa and snowflakes and all the cool Christmas things on this beautiful Lella Boutique green background? Don't wait on this one. I'm going to tell you, this one is going to go fast. So you will be able to purchase in July, but it's not going to start until September. But like I said, just write that down on your little notes if it's something you want to do. Do you want to, I think I showed them a sneak peek of some of the blocks. If you want to grab one of them, I'll show them kind of what the blocks kind of look like. So what do you think of those 3 options? All right. All brand new designs for you. All right. Yeah, just pick 1 or 2, Jess. All right, they won't be in this hex though. They're going to be on a square. So this is kind of how this is going to go. Aren't they sweet? There's our Santa. Can you see him on this beautiful green? And then we have a red and a cream fabric for the patchwork blocks that go around all these appliques. So hopefully you won't have too hard of a time picking which one you're going to do. But we have something for everyone. All right. All right, all right, all right. So while I take a drink, any questions on any of that stuff? No, we're good? I'm going to have to go back to work. Awesome. All right. So works in progress. So I'll tell you else what I've been working on. This is kind of funny because, You know, sometimes you just got to pick something up and just do something that you haven't done in a long time. So I had this one done. 25 little sheepy blocks. And I had to make this so I could make the fabric. But I really want the whole quilt to be wool and on the flannel. So here's my second one. And I have pins in the ones I need to stitch eyeballs on. So I'm almost done with a second one. So it's okay to carry around projects. I think this might be my take-along project to Scotland, because we should be working on, you know, something like that when we're in Scotland, where all the sheep and wool is being made, and we're going to go to the wool factory. All right. How many of you are doing those sheep? How many of you are doing the cheater panel of the sheep? All is good. All is good, right? All right. So I feel like it's been forever that I talked about blockheads. So we are already on week 3 for Moda Blockheads. And if you don't know, this is kind of the pattern that I am doing for mine. It's grayscaled because that's how I like to work. I don't like to work in color. And if you download your patterns from Moda, you get these little coloring charts. So I don't get too crazy. I just, you know, I know my background's going to be gray, so I don't even waste my time coloring in gray. I got better things to do than color. But sometimes, you know, I'll color in backgrounds. So these are how I kind of work on my blocks. So now I'll show you my blocks. All right, let's go from start to finish. So I think I remember I did show the first one. So here's block 1. There were 2 of them. And I do need to apologize because I haven't been coming into work and stealing my old scraps. All my scraps are here now. Oh. So I've been using too much of the new one. I have to go and get some of my old scraps, and I haven't done that yet. Yeah.
Nope. In the bucket.
I set down the wrong one. Here we go. Block 2, A and B. So this is how the pattern was written. And I just changed it on this one. So I just flipped the center block. So they look different, even though they're the same. Now on the third block, I had to, whoa, we're on 4 already. Wow. So this is the third one. And I just swapped colors in here. And on the 4th block, I switched to the light gray. Remember, I have 2 grays in mine, a light gray and a dark gray. And how do I know to switch? Well, the only way I know is you have to look at the printout here, and you have to find where your blocks are. So I look on the back, I'm like, those, I X'd them off, but it's really hard to see in black. But this one, number 4, is right here on top. So this is my light gray background. So that's why I knew to switch to the light gray for this block. And I made it directional, so hopefully I'll remember to put it in the quilt the right way. Jessica's blocks, in case you missed hers, there was an option. She was had the Fat Quarter Tower of Edida's line. I don't remember the name of it.
Poppy seed.
Poppy seed. So Jessica's doing that. And then Madeline is doing, she was fishing in my cupboard and came up with this. I got organized here. Came up with this grunge fabric that I had in my stash collection. I always call it a collection, not a stash. But look at how fun and bright. These are probably not in order, but these are the same 2 blocks here. So you can see her having some fun. She's like, how do I know what to put where? I'm like, only you can figure it out. I can't tell you. Uh-oh, I did that wrong, didn't I? Oh, she did an extra one. She must not have liked one. So see how she changed this one up a little bit? this was how it was written. And then she did flying geese on 2 different ones here. And then her block. So the half rectangle, I thought they did an excellent job on the directions for the half rectangle. So I know they even did a little tutorial on it as well, but half rectangles are weird, and they did some awesome directions. Yes, you have to read the fine print and do what that says, but it worked out perfectly. And just do one. Just do one. Don't like do all the cutting. Just do one first. Make sure it works, and then do the other ones. Okay? But don't be afraid of that half rectangle. It's super easy, actually, I thought. So I hope you are enjoying your Moda Blockheads. And Moda Blockheads has their own Facebook group with over 80,000 people there. So it is so fun to post in there. Heidi, our post is going up today on Blockheads, I believe, right? So we post on Thursdays about Blockheads instead of doing those on Wednesday. All right, more peaks coming up, more peaks. So the monthly mini for July, this one's called Caroline. So my mom has 9 sisters, or 8 sisters, and she's the 9th one. And then my grandmother. So I'm going to name all of my minis after my mom's sisters and my mom. So this one is called Caroline. Now, Caroline is the only sister that died at birth. So I didn't know her, but we're still going to honor her with this one because my grandmother gave birth to 17 children. And yeah, I had to. It was so nice. I seen a lot of my aunties and uncles that I haven't seen for so long at mom's funeral. And it was so nice that some of them made it there. You know, some of them are in better shape than others. So I'm still happy that they came, and a lot of them didn't recognize me, but hey, that's just normal, I guess, in my world. But yeah, so that is our monthly mini that is going to release on the 23rd. Again, those I believe are downloads or patterns, and kits are available for those as well. All right, so look for that to release, and we'll talk about those on our social medias as well. And then look for this pattern. I just finalized the pattern. We'll have kits and patterns for this punch needle project. Also, the boards will be available as well. This is called Early Bird Punch Needle. This one kind of got lost in the shuffle. I kind of did that a long time ago. All right. And then let's talk quickly about this work in progress here that I have, which I didn't get very far on, but I have a good excuse, right? So we have 3 spots left in this class. So this is the main project, and there will be an applique in the middle that I'm supposed to be working on. But this is a little mini, I call it a mini quilt because it's mini compared to Meet Me in the Garden, but it uses the same exact rulers. So we wanted to offer a second option for using those rulers. All right, so they're going to be wool applique on this one as well, and a couple other bonus quilts that we're going to make during this retreat. And it's a retreat October 18th, or no, 12th through the 18th. And Val from Vegas, Vegas Valerina, will be here. And I will be here to teach and have fun, okay? Because that's what we need right now. All right. Oh, I'm getting close to my mark. Jess is going to have a comment sold strictly on summer romance. After this, did I lose what pattern?
No, they should all be there.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay, so I think I showed these last time. If not, here's a peek at upcoming barns. I don't remember where I was. Remember, life was a little difficult here. All right, so these are upcoming barns. This is actually a gold background, and this is green, but they look really similar on this picture that I'm looking at. So and then here's their little barn quilts. All right, so that's all I have for you for works in progress. But I also want to tell you, and these are all up for pre-order right now, Jess. Yeah. Okay. We had a lot of requests for some things here. Live a Thankful Life is a big, beautiful quilt, all fall appliques. We are going to put this up as a pre-order and run it as a block of the month. Kits, everything. Kits, wools. When will this start, Jessica?
I have to double check. Give me a minute.
So we're going to give you probably a month or so to get those ordered.
Live a Thankful Life will start October 2025.
All right, so there's another project for you if you missed out on it the first time. And then this one, Twilight Garden. So this is hanging in the retreat house right now, and everybody keeps seeing it, and everybody still wants it. So we're going to do it. All right, we're going to do this as a block of the month. And when does that one start?
That one starts in October as well, because we need to wait for flannel to come in from Prairie.
So yeah, so here this flannel is coming in my next flannel line. So this will be in due August. So we started in October to make sure we get it in, get it all cut for you. So this quilt, I know it looks black here, but it's nice dark navy. So here's the navy that it's going to go on. And we also have, I shouldn't say this, but we also have a winter quilt-along that's going to go on with this flannel as well. We're going to do Live a Thankful Life winter style. Finally. And then Liberty Gatherings, and this I think will be in 26. But we went through and we recolored all of the fabrics in here to work with American Gatherings 3. Okay? So those are 3 more options for you to get your stitch fix on. Okay, so I do want to shout out. I have the most lovely ladies over at the gathering right now from Iceland, and they are a joy. I taught a little class yesterday. They pretty much know what they're doing now. I didn't really have to teach them much, but I got to show you this little sheepy that they brought me from an Iceland artist. But look at how cute he is. He's got metal legs and he's carved. So isn't he adorable? And I would murder this name. Hekla Islandi. All right. But super cute. Sometimes I just get the best gifts. And then napkins. And a tea towel. Is that cute? So super sweet ladies over there. So if you don't live here and you live someplace far away like Iceland, you'll have to contact our girl and she can hook you up and tell you all how she got 25 people here from Iceland. They came on a tour bus from O'Hare. They landed in O'Hare and then they rented a bus and they're here right now. And we're going to have tomorrow we're going to do a tour and we're going to have wine and cheese with them in the afternoon. We got to introduce them to cheese curds. Squeaky cheese curds, fresh from the factory. All right. Okay. Winners for today. Dun, da, da, da. Who is going to win this and what are they going to win? Oh, I know her. I know her. All right. So I apologize, Fat Quarter Shop. I did not do the opening on this, but I got probably one of the best excuses you can have. So this is their Liberty box that they do every year. I have no idea what's in it. I just popped that tape on there right now. Ooh, popsicle fabric. All right, so there's a bunch of, looks like fat quarters in here from Riley Blake. Super fun little American motifs on there. Can you see the states and some rockets and some stuff on there? And then they have this lovely Lori Holt charm. I have to say that I won this the other night in left, right, center. And then you're going to get this thread. And then you get a little cutting mat, double-sided. Super cute. I should have opened this first. Maybe I wouldn't want to give it away. And then a pattern for your fat quarter tower. Gleaming. So hard to name our stuff. And then it looks like a cooler bag. Let's see what it's called. Yeah, a mini cooler bag. Oh, and it's got popsicles on. Good job, Fat Quarter Shop. All right, so this is going to Kathleen Garms from Michigan. Yay!
You did good.
All right. Remember, help us out here and like this video, share it, talk to people about us, do all the things. Subscribe if you're new here and haven't subscribed. We appreciate all of that. And we will see you next week. We're still here next week, right? Right. All right. Okay. We're going to sign off then today. Thank you for joining us here at Primitive Gatherings, where every stitch tells a story. Bye now, everyone.